This is a very interesting question. We can solve it in a lot of way. I can take nines out and then solve it. But let me show you a very interesting idea that I use in these kind of questions. First of all, let me rewrite the question. So let me just write this out. Now, few things I don't have to write to visualize, but I'll just write it in this case so that you don't have any problem to understand that. For example, 9 you should know is a square of a number, right? Similarly, you should know that 81 is fourth power of a number. Now, why I'm telling you all of this is because of this reason and the way I'm going to solve this problem. I know that in these kind of cases, mostly you need to have an integer and integer to get this difference as an integer. It's very tough. I mean, you won't have irrational number subtracting to get us an rational number, an integer value. So in order to get integers, the powers are very vital. Now, what I mean by that is, if you notice the options here, so let me write the options in sequence here. So we have 3, 9 by 4, 4 by 9, and 1 by 3. So these are the options, right? Now, this 4 by 9 and 1 by 3 are absolutely silly. The reason I'm telling you this is just think about substituting this 1 by 3 to any one of them. So let's say I'm substituting 1 by 3 here. Now, if I put this 1 by 3 in this x, obviously I put it here, then whatever is the result of this 2x minus 1, that by 3 is going to be hanging, right? Now, 3 square is raised to something by 3. So effectively, you're taking a cube root of 3 square. Now, when you take a cube root of 3 square, that is definitely an irrational number. That cannot be an integer number. Same problem will happen here as well. You can check it out. So 1 by 3 is very silly. Similarly, 4 by 9 is also silly. So you cannot have a by 9 and 3 square raised to by 9 resulting to an integer. So these two options are very silly. You can ignore this. So what I meant by this is, I mean, so I hope that now you understood. I mean, you don't actually have to write this down. You can observe directly that 9 is a second power and 81 is a fourth power of a number. The reason for that is, now this 9 by 4 is feasible. So I don't know whether we can eliminate this or not, because if you think about it, I mean, this by 4 in this case, I hope you can see that this is a fourth power anyhow. So that will result in an integer power. So if you have an integer power in the end result, what I mean by that is something like this, right? So if you substitute x as 9 by 4 or anything by 4, this result is an integer. So 3 raised to an integer will definitely be an integer, right? And even in this case, because of this support of 2 that we have here, so once you multiply the x, I mean, if you substitute 9 by 4 in place of x, because of the support of 2, you have just 2 in the denominator, right? So 3 square raised to something by 2 effectively is an integer power. So again, that issue doesn't matter. So 9 by 4 is feasible. So basically what I'm trying to say is, without even writing all of this, you would be able to, if you understand this idea, you would be able to figure out that a couple of options, the C and D, are not even feasible. Right. Now, I'm going to show you the method to solve this after this method, because this method is very, very fast. All you have to test is these two options, right? So either 3 or 9 by 4. So if you think about 3, what are we getting? I mean, you're getting 9 to the power 5, because if you substitute x with 3, the power is 5, right? Minus 81 square. Now, check this out. I mean, 81 square is 6,000 something, right? 6,400 something. And 9 to the power 5 is basically 9 to the power 4 into 9, which is like 81 square. This is 81 square. So 6,400 again. It's actually 6,561 if you know about it. But I'm just saying, even if you estimate 80 square, so this is 6,400 into 9, which is a 5-digit number. Now, from a 5-digit number, if you're subtracting 6,400, the result cannot be 2,000. I mean, less than 2,000, right? Even 10,000 minus 7,000 would be 3,000, right? So you cannot reach this 1944 mark. I hope you understood why I took 7,000 here, because this is definitely not 7,000. This is less than 7,000, isn't it? So I'm taking a higher limit just to estimate that. So 3 is out. So only feasibility is 9 by 4. So whether you want to test it or not, it's up to you. You can test it out. So 9 to the power 2 into 9 by 4 is something like 9 by 2. Minus 1 is 7 by 2. Minus, you have 9 by 4 minus 1, which is 5 by 4, right? Now, if you use that powers here, so this is simply 3 to the power 7. And this is basically 3 to the power 5 if you evaluate this thing, use this thing here. So 81 is 3 to the power 4 and 9 is 3 square. Just use that and you get it. So 3 to the power 7 minus 3 to the power 5. So you don't have to actually figure these out. What you need to do is just take a 3 to the power 5 common. And then you have 3 square minus 1, which is 8, right? So 3 to the power 5 is 243. This you can evaluate quickly. 3 to the power 4, you should know, that is 81 into 3. If you're not aware of this power, into 8, just evaluate, you'll get 1944. So this checks out, right? So option B is the answer. Now coming to the solving approach, that is not very tough to do. You can actually solve it, but I'll just mention this once more. The first time I solved this problem, I did not take this slot in CAT. I took the second slot in CAT 2017. But the first slot, I mean, when I was going through the paper, I looked at this question. I straight away eliminated 4 by 9, 1 by 3 using that idea that I talked about initially. I know using 3, this will create a lot of disparity. You cannot have close numbers, so eliminate 3. So 9 by 4 is the only option I actually tested. I didn't test 3. I did test 9 by 4. I tested 9 by 4. I got it 1944. That's it. Done. So it can be very fast, provided you understand these things. But if you don't, nothing to worry about. You can solve this problem. It might take a bit of this thing, but not too much time. So let me show that method as well. The trick is to convert both the bases to the same thing if you can do it. For example, you have 81 to the power x minus 1, right? So you can evaluate this as something like this, which results to something like this, right? Now, this is the part where people make a lot of mistakes. So let me explain this to you in a very, very basic manner. Suppose I take, I'm doing 9 cube minus 9 square, something like this, right? The thing that I can take common is 9 square, isn't it? Because that is a lower power, right? Now, obviously, in this question, this has to be the lower power. You don't even have to evaluate it, because if this would have been a higher power, how can this number be a positive number? What I mean by that is, if 2x minus 1 is lower than 2x minus 2, then in that case, this value will be less than this value. Then the difference, I mean, this minus this would result in a negative number. You cannot have a positive number, right? So effectively, what you can directly say is, this 2x minus 2 is a lower power. So if 2x minus 2 is a lower power, you just take this 2x minus 2 in common. What are we left with? You're left with 9 to the power 1 in this case, minus 1, right? Because you're completely taking that in common. So you have 9 to the power 2x minus 2 into 9 minus 1 is equal to 1944. So this is the part you have to solve. There's nothing too much to it. You can simply divide this by 8. So you get 2, 4, 3. So that is the thing. Now just get everything in powers of 3 if you are preferring to do that. So after this, I'm just writing on this side. So let me get both the sides in powers of 3. So this side is 3 to the power 5 and this is 3 square whole to the power 2x minus 2. Just solve this much. So what you have is 2 into 2x minus 2 is equal to 5. Just indices, equating the powers. What you have is 4x is equal to 9. So x is equal to 9 by 4. So you can solve this out. It's not that it's something you have to check by options only. But I did not ask you to check by options. It's just that the options were so comfortable in this case that a small observation, if you just observe that, then it becomes very, very, very fast. So that is all I wanted to share, these couple of approaches in this particular problem. So I hope that was understood. I mean, the time to solve this, if you are using this method to solve it, it will take a bit of time. So somewhere in the range of 2 and a half minutes. But I'm not focusing on the observation method. I just wanted to share that if you can use it sometimes in some other problem that you actually face in papers, that might be helpful to you. But then if you are not finding that, no issues, just solve it out. Accuracy is more important. So roughly 2.5 minutes to solve this particular problem. So that's it for this question. I hope that was understood. Thank you.